Netflix is also been in charge of an Avatar TV series. Not very well received, or I guess I should say it was a mixed bag. The live action Avatar series that cost a shit ton of money looked great when the photos were coming out. Wasn't the best received Avatar thing we've seen in a while. I'm not talking about James Cameron's Avatar.
Not the worst, though.
The Last Airbender. But now it looks like the OG creators are back because they've been working over at Nickelodeon to do a lot more Avatar animated content, including I think there's movies in the works. But now we know that an Avatar sequel television series called Seven Heavens or Seven Havens has been ordered at Nickelodeon. It's set after the events of Legend of Korra. John, you read through this article, so I would let you kind of take the lead here. Tell us what's going on here with the new series and then why it matters and what you think about it.
So, yeah, with Avatar, I was a fan when the original series was running. I remember watching the series finale. I was in a hotel room on vacation that we were on this fucking tiny TV and all of us were watching the series finale of Avatar, and that was fucking great. Like the Chosen Son or whatever. But great stuff. Amazing series. One of the best that Nickelodeon has ever given us. Then we got Legend of Korra. I will say the first season was pretty good. And then it just and that was all that was intended. We were only supposed to get that one season. And then we got 3 more. And you can tell that they were not supposed to exist. And it was just one of those shows that just got worse and worse as time went on. And it just became more and more aggravating. Korra became a worse and worse character. The supporting characters became more and more one note. And then now for future Avatar, like avatars, is they can't even connect with Avatar Past because Korra fucked it up. And now this series, obviously the next Avatar in line is going to be an Earthbender. And so now we have and apparently they're going to be twins where one of them is the Avatar but the other isn't. It would have been interesting if both of them were the Avatar. That's an interesting
dynamic. I mean, you could see all kinds of political stuff.
Oh, hey, look, twins where one is the superpowered one and one isn't. Where have I seen that before? Superman and Lois. But it's certainly an interesting idea. But the interesting part is it feels like Nickelodeon is leaning into how Korra is a terrible character and how she beyond fucked the world, because apparently it's going to be it is a post-apocalyptic story set in a dystopia where everybody hates the Avatar and everybody, spirits and people alike. So the spirits hate the Avatar after what Korra did, and people hate the Avatar for after what Korra did. And that's honestly kind of funny. Nickelodeon really leaning into like how much they screwed the pooch with Legend of Korra. I mean, I will say the first season was good up until they revealed that Amon was a bloodbender. Then it just went downhill from there because then it just became stupid. And so, yeah, it was just Legend of Korra just became really bad really quickly. And now it seems like they wrote themselves into a corner with how Korra completely and utterly butt-fucked this universe. And now they have to roll with the punches. Hopefully we get something good out of this. I don't expect it, as long as I don't know if I think they might be different people now. And I hope, and even if it's not, I hope they learn from their mistakes and realize why Legend of Korra was it became so terrible by the end of it. They were more focused on like saying something rather than like having a clear-cut story, because it was like it just got so dumb and so confusing. Like there were some really good ideas, but it was like a lot of it was half-baked. Korra just became so unlikable. I'm like, oh, but she has PTSD. I don't give a fucking shit. She was a fucking unlikable bitch from the beginning, and she never grew as a character. She just became more insufferable, but then she eventually had a reason to be insufferable because she had PTSD, but like, okay, and that's an excuse, I guess. But yeah, it just I hope it's good. I know they're making a movie where it takes place in between Avatar and Legend of like Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, and I think it's gonna be like an older Aang. I think that's what it is, but I know they're planning a movie and it's an animated movie.
They are, yeah. I mean, and it was in response to the fact that the creators left the Netflix show because they were part of that originally, and over creative differences for I guess what Netflix wanted. So they were like, you know what, we're gonna go do what we want to do back over at Nickelodeon, and we can do it animated and probably better. So. I mean, this show is going to be a 2D animated series, a similar animation style, 26 episodes. They're going to be half-hour apiece, and it's going to be spread across 2 seasons, or like they're going to call them book 1 and 2, the way Avatar has always done. So we're going to get 2 13-episode seasons, and it looks like they're currently in production, on the series. So it's already greenlit and moving forward. So yeah, Avatar 7 Havens. It's gonna be the latest in a franchise that has been going on now for like a decade and a half. Has had its ups and downs on the big screen, but at least on the small screen, it's been very well received with the last 2 series we got, and then hopefully this new one. Like you said, John, there's gonna be a time jump. New characters that are addressing the events of Legend of Korra. It's a sequel to that. Let's see where it goes. I'm excited. I'm interested. We'll just have to see, when Nickelodeon finally comes out with it. So